Today we're taking a look at this here robe. I'm Justin and this is 30 Day Reviews. So I've been having a problem whenever I make a video for you guys. Whenever I go to shave or I go to apply some beard balm, I've always have to fight to put on a shirt over my wet skin because, well, all that stuff needs to be done when my face or my head is wet. And that's when I went looking for a robe. And that's when I found this one here. It's a terry towel type. So it's basically like a towel fabric sewn into a robe. It's 100% cotton. It's 47 inches long. It's got a 52 inches around the chest possible, and it's got 22-inch long sleeves. It's held around the waist with an 82-inch fabric belt made out of the same material that the robe is. Being that it's 82 inches long means that there is a plenty of fabric there to be able to get a nice tie or knot put into it so that none of your bits start showing when you're walking upstairs or walking around the house. The belt is held on with just 2 loops that are fairly loose, so you can move that belt to whatever position you need to fairly quickly. So for me and my size, this is a fairly decent robe. It covers all my bits, it does what it's supposed to do, and most importantly, I don't have to fight with putting a shirt on right after a shower. All of the edges of the terry cloth fabric has 4 stitches in it to be able to give a nice thick edge, as well as really make sure that that terry cloth doesn't start unraveling on you. This robe also has 2 very large pockets in it that are great for carrying your cell phone or maybe even your favorite reading material. Now the label on this is fairly simple. It really doesn't have any washing instructions on it, so I suggest just to wash it like you would a 100% cotton towel and you should be good. After I washed it once, I did notice that it's just a little bit smaller around the wrist area. However, it's not enough for me to really complain about it. Now my experience using this robe has been honestly a pretty decent one. I've used it for when I'm getting out of the shower. I've used it even for a video in the past, and I even used it when I got a little chilly up here to help myself get warm. Now there are a couple of things that I do want to point out about this, however, and that is one, that it's not necessarily cat friendly if they have nails, because this fabric does have fairly large loops in it, which makes it really easy for sharp little cat nails or even small dog nails to get into and start pulling it out. So that's one thing that you probably want to pay attention to if you have animals. And I just simply took care of those with a little scissors, cut it off as close to the fabric as I could, and it seems to be okay and not like falling apart. I also noticed that right after I washed it, there were also a few strings that were a little bit longer that I didn't notice before I put it into the wash. Can't really say that it falls apart in the wash. However, I definitely noticed that there was a few other longer strings that I hadn't noticed beforehand. As far as the size goes, this was basically perfect for me. I do suggest that if you're over about a waist size of 38, that you might want to consider looking at something bigger, as well as if you are taller than 5'7", because this is like right on the precipice of what I would want. I kind of like that this arm length is a little bit short on me because it means that I can do typing at my computer and stuff and not have any problems with it, you know, bunching up or wanting to get in the way. So I don't have any problem with the 22-inch arm length. However, for you taller guys, you probably want to look at a different robe. Now, do I think this is worth your money? Well, as long as you fit the height and waist requirements that I mentioned earlier, and you don't have too many pets that are going to be crawling all over you, I think that this is actually a fairly good buy at just $30. I think that it would last you just about as long as any towel would, which can be, well, quite frankly, guys, let's face it, we've had some pretty old towels that should have been thrown out a long time ago. Before I go, I want to know, do you guys own a robe, and how often do you use it? Also, if you want to pick yourself up one that is basically a wearable towel, make sure to check out the link down below. Up here, you're going to find a video of that wonderful little reading material that I mentioned earlier. Down below, that's going to be a video that you'll probably enjoy as well. Until next time, as always, you have a good one.